Hi, my name is Abraham Chavez, and I'm here with my group member Jerome today, and we'll be presenting our final project. So let me just start up Minecraft real quick, and we'll begin our introduction. Okay, so our overall concepts in this project was to make a learning experience about the effects of alcohol, and after allowing the person to go through this experience, we created a little quiz in which the subject answers various questions. Each question has two responses, and each have their own consequences. Get the question wrong and there's a bad consequence. Get it right and you move on to the next question. The choices are relatively easy and straightforward, but our goals was to make the person going through the process of, going through the process to think about alcohol abuse and how to drink responsibly. So the first thing I'll describe here in our project is the learning module and how we created it. So the far door on the right is our learning module. And the first thing we wanted to create while doing the learning module was we wanted to add drama and a mood, which is one of the topics we introduced in class. We modeled this after The Last of Us on how the atmosphere of the game is very dark and moody. And we did this throughout the learning module by adding very small amounts of light, so it's very dark and it's supposed to model the effects of what alcohol does to you. So this is the first sign when you enter the learning module, and it says the effects of alcohol/alcohol abuse are non-discriminatory. When you drink irresponsibly, it's like taking a leap of faith. So throughout this learning module, there's various signs, and these signs tell you or give you a pensive thought, and you just got to follow each course after reading the sign. So it's like taking a leap of faith. So what you do here in the first, you just jump on in and you go through the course as usual. So this is after the first sign, and once you get to this point, there's another thought that's on the learning module, and it says drinking affects the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you react. And the way to model the way you model this feeling is we devised like a maze that's really dark, and the way to emulate that is we got a pumpkin head that we put in this box, and what you basically have to do is put the pumpkin head on yourself and then walk through the course. So this is supposed to emulate, or not emulate, it's supposed to describe the way the body feels when intoxicated. So when you walk through this course, it's very dimly lit with red torches, and I know you can't hear this right now, but we put various zombies and spiders just to add sound effects that were kind of scary. So you have to go through the maze itself. So I'm sorry, it's really dark. Um, so you have to navigate through this, and you get to this another sign that says the brain has a delicate balance. Alcohol tips this balance and makes the mind not think as clearly as it used to, resulting in regrets. So as you navigate through this course, you're just getting various signs that give you thoughts, and the mood is supposed to also derive a feeling in yourself. And once we get to one of the final signs here, it says a big decision to make while under the influence of alcohol is whether to drink and drive. So to also describe the way this feels or what could happen when driving while under the influence of alcohol, we had to get a cart, and basically we're simulating driving while under the influence. So he plays down the cart, you click on in and then you just go forward and start driving. So we built this course to simulate a freeway or a highway, and we're still under the effects of alcohol, so it's really hard to see and to process. And here we just crashed. So that was one of the consequences. Oh, wait. All right. So the last sign here says you risk killing yourself or innocent people. So well, when you drive under the influence of alcohol, you risk killing yourself or severely injuring innocent people, which is just really bad. So we just put this, which is because it's one of like the leading causes of like deaths in college age students because of the use of alcohol and driving. And finally, as you get here, this is the last sign in the learning module, and it says, when you are sober, you make conscious decisions, but when you're drunk, you leave things up to fate. Never abuse alcohol because you never know how it affects you and what consequences will appear. So another pensive thought is at the end of the module, and to start the quiz, you just basically just have to jump in the lava here, and you would die if this wasn't in creative, and we would have to go all the way to the beginning so we could start the quiz. And basically, the topics that we used in the learning module, we used drama and mood to kind of capture the feeling that alcohol gives you when you're abusing it. And also, we used gamification. We did real life situations via the Minecraft game. So you can say we gamified the use of alcohol as well as using drama and atmosphere to create the feeling we wanted. So that's the basic. Um, that's the first thing we did for our project. We just created a learning module, and next we're gonna go over the quiz. So to go over the quiz and the concepts that are in it, I'm gonna pass this to Jerome, my group member. So let me just go over.
All right, so when you do the quiz, you have a basic question with two responses with their appropriate consequence. Get it right, and you move on to the next question. Get it wrong, and you basically die. So a topic that we we discussed in class that can be seen in our build is the use of checkpoints. Okay, let's go through the first question first. It's right here. If your friend has had too much to drink, what is the best way to sober them up? So, oh, response 1 is here. Response 1, stop them from drinking and give them time to get over the alcohol. Or response 2, give them a lot of food and water. So depending on your answer, you would just choose what door. This is the wrong answer, so basically you would just walk into lava. And this is the correct one. And also here you can see a bed, which is basically a checkpoint. A topic that we discussed in class that can be seen in our build is the use of checkpoints. After you complete a question, there is a bed that you should sleep in, so you don't have to start over at the beginning if you choose the wrong answer. This use of checkpoints can be seen in Naya's Quest, which is a game we modeled our build after as well. Another topic that can be seen is the use of scaffolding. We have various signs that tell you what to do, so they're basically training wheels as you progress through the quiz. So this game isn't supposed to be challenging, it's supposed to help you learn. so it should be an easy quiz. Okay, so I'm going to show you the rest of the quiz. Which of these is a way to prevent alcohol problems? Answer 1 is have the least intoxicated person to drive. Answer 2 is no drinking alcohol. Obviously the answer is this one, but if you choose the wrong answer, you have to go all the way in, pull the lever. Oh, and basically an anvil would fall on you and you'd die. Oh, it's open. And this one, you're supposed to use that so it would open the door on the right. And you're on part 3 of the quiz now, question 3. So you're supposed to sleep on the bed to serve as a checkpoint. Question 3 says, how do you know when someone has had too much to drink? Answer 1 says the person is saying a lot of jokes. The person is using loud or out of character language. So if you choose the wrong answer, you would fall into that, like a shallow pit, like of water. Yeah. And here, and just dive in, and there would be a ladder on the other side. Alright, so question 4. Again, you would go on the checkpoint. Question 4 says, what is the leading cause of death for college-aged individuals? Drinking alcohol or drinking while intoxicated. So basically, you just answer it based on what you learned from the module, and since we have like a simulation of intoxicated driving, this would be the obvious answer. But to show you what would happen if you choose the wrong one, you would walk in and you would get pelted by arrows. Oh no, how do we get out? Okay. Alright. So this is the right answer, and it's similar to the other door, but there's actually a pathway right here. And there would be another checkpoint, and question 5, which I believe is the last question. So the UC Irvine drinking policy states, answer 1 is as long as you're 21, you can drink alcohol on campus. UCI is a dry campus, meaning you can't drink alcohol. So this question was actually on the actual quiz that UCI gave, which is called like the first quiz. So this is the exact same question on there, and the right answer was actually the first answer choice. So you would get a cart. Yeah. Well, how do you do that again? Oh, it's already in there. Okay. Alright, first let's see what the wrong answer choice is. Alright, so if you pick it wrong, you'll basically end up here, and you'll fall into a pit of lava. If we go back, to the right answer, it would lead you to basically the end. And it says, congratulations, you passed the quiz, and now you are enlightened about alcohol and its use. So enjoy your gift, which is cake. Hooray! So basically, you progress through the quiz and there will be consequences and there will be the right answers. At the end of the quiz, prize is cake, and that's basically it. Learning experience is over. So overall, we used various ideas discussed in class, like drama and mood, from The Last of Us, gamification. So we basically turned the first quiz that we took from UCI into a game. Checkpoints from Naya's Quest, which relates to basically scaffolding. It's not a hard game. Like I said, you're supposed to learn, so making it challenging wasn't the point. Um, let's see what else. Basically, if you relate flow, well, as I said earlier, this wasn't supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to promote learning about alcohol responsibility. So it should be really, really easy. Um, the whole thing is basically also a learning activity. You learn as you go through the module and as you progress through the quiz, and that's basically it.
Alright, so thanks for watching our final project video, and we basically talked about the topics, described what we did via the whole entire project, meaning we went through the learning module, described what goes on through that, and then we also described the quiz. So basically, we're done here. So again, thanks for watching.